Hello, I'm Robert Chrisman, Marketing Manager and Voice of the Customer. And we're going to review the latest mdInfinity Cloud updates that have been released. mdInfinity is our unique data processing software solution to help you quickly and efficiently process geospatial data. Joining me today is Stephanie Van Weert, Software Product Owner from our software development team. Today, we'll be combining two updates of mdInfinity Cloud, version 2021.1 and 2021.2, and these include updates to the trajectory processing data module. In the projects view, there are new project options available and improved upload data sections. In the data viewer, you can now add display by point source ID, so you can colorize by file. There are new updates in Precision Enhancement to improve processing time and more user-friendly parameters to improve point cloud accuracy. A new resource section, which allows users to download mdInfinity Desktop Installer and access important information. Stephanie, let's share your screen and start with some of the updates for the trajectory processing module.
Sure. Thank you, Robert. I'm happy to be here today with you to go through the new release of mdInfinity. We can start with few updates that we did in the trajectory processing module. So the first update here is that the user can now easily change the flight name or rename the flight once they to process. So that will ease a lot the batch processing, for example. So the user can now enter a name, for example, the flight number, and have a much better informative flight name at the end. We also add now the flight name in the SBET file name at the end after the processing. And we also now support two new coordinate reference systems, so the British Grid OSTN 15 and also the Lambert 93 in France, including also the GeoID RAF 18 for our French user.
Next, there are some changes in the project display.
Thanks, Robert. So we'll go through a few changes that we did in the new project view. So now you have multiple options in your project. So if I take a already existing project, and I am now able to, for example, open the viewer directly from the project view. So I will select a processing task here that I already done previously for Precision Enhancement, and clicking in the three dots here, I can now click on View Select and it will open the viewer. You can see that we have another new option, which is Download Select, that will download the files that is in the folder here. So you can also see that here, if you click on the processing task name here, you will see all the files that are within this, that are actually the result of this processing task. You can also select only few of the tasks of the files and view those files only instead of the whole processing task result. So you can just select the files, go in the option, and click on View Select to see your file in the viewer. You can also only download the file that you want if you need to. If you select the whole processing task, it's the same, so you can now click on View Select. It will open directly the viewer and you will see your point cloud. So I can now see my flight here in the viewer that is displayed by elevation. If I change the display to point source ID, I can now see that my point cloud update and I have one color per file. Yeah, so this new feature here can allow you, for example, with the profile view, to compare two files, and you will see that they have different colors. So it will be easy for the user to see which file is which point.
Okay, well, great. Well, I definitely see this being a useful tool to look at how well each individual strip actually aligns with its neighbor. So let's go ahead and move on to what updates we have in the Precision Enhancement.
Yeah, so we did few updates in Precision Enhancement module. The first one is that we work in our backend to decrease the processing time, so to have the result much faster than before. We also did a small update within the workflow. So one very nice update here is that you can now select the processing task result that you had. So for example, if you previously did some georeferencing on your flight, you can now select your georeferencing task and you will see all the last files that were the result of the georeferencing. So you don't need to upload them again in the Precision Enhancement module. You can also select within this flight which file you want to send for Precision Enhancement. You can also upload new file in addition of existing data that you have in your project. We also update the processing parameters to have it a bit more user-friendly. So, for example, we add here the average point cloud thickness. You have some short description here of what to do with this parameters. But that's something that usually the user will know about the point cloud. So that should be pretty helpful to increase the accuracy of the processing. We also update in the remove outlier processing the average point cloud density, which is also usually a parameter that the user will know. To enter the real value of the point cloud will for sure increase the quality of the result at the end. So those are the few updates that we did in the Precision Enhancement module lately.
Okay, great. Well, I'm sure our users would definitely benefit from those updates. So let's go ahead and move on to the new resource section.
Yeah, sure. So we add a new section in mdInfinity with some good information to know. So we have in the right corner here a new icon, the small light bulb. If you click on it, you will see that you have now download the FAQ and the terms and conditions. So previously the FAQ and terms and conditions were available in the user account section, so we just moved them there. But we have a new download section, and this is the most interesting one. So you now have the ability to download the mdInfinity desktop build directly from mdInfinity Cloud. So if you are a user that is using both platforms, you can now just connect on the cloud and be able to download the latest version of mdInfinity desktop. So you will always have here a short release note with the headlines with the new feature that we have in this latest version. You will have access to the PDF release notes, so the complete release notes for this version. And you can click on download and it will download the latest version of the installer of mdInfinity desktop. So every new release of mdInfinity desktop will be now updated on the cloud platform for the user to be easily able to download it and use the new version.
Well, thank you, Stephanie, for reviewing these new updates, which are now available on mdInfinity Cloud. If you have any further questions, please contact your representative or sign into your client services.